Yeah, there was a big if. That was a caveat. And it takes longer than 6 minutes for Argus to stop moving.
Yeah, so Rennie was saying if the ship makes a stop, it's going to be about 5 minutes till Argus makes a stop. So.
Really?
Yeah, that's.
We'll have to.
We're deep.
We'll have to time that for ourselves.
Challenge is math.
Trust but verify.
Yeah, that's about right. Five. It depends on the current, the depth, and.
So you're getting some shout outs for those zooms at that last site on the website chat there, Dan?
All right.
Nice job.
It's a nice rock.
Look at that guy.
Wow.
Got some company.
Got a lot of visitors.
Came over for Thanksgiving.
Okay, Steve, let's try the laser zoom to begin with. That's good.
Oh, it has an anemone and brittle stars. Is that an anemone in the middle?
It looks like it.
Sure does.
Oh, that's really rad.
My auto heading off there, Gabby, and just pivoting on. Have no idea where the sub landed, but doesn't matter.
And what's there at the bottom like
so.
that?
Couldn't tell
I
you for
can't
sure.
figure that out. That white.
Yeah, like pods or like a magnolia flower.
Zoom in a little more there, Steve. I think they're interested in white stuff on the bottom.
Yeah, we want to get some screenshots of those, whatever that white stuff is.
On the bottom branch, not
yeah, on the bottom branch.
The bottom left, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like we have an anemone. Oh, what is that?
Oh.
It looks like a barnacle of some sort.
Yeah, it's a filter feeder. See that? Yeah. Several of them. Yeah, they're all extended.
That certainly looks like a barnacle.
That's a good zoom.
Yeah, really nice. And an anemone below that, it looks like.
Zoom.
Yeah, it's just loaded up.
Yep.
Some good current flow here.
It's a great example of how these corals form such an important part of this
I'm
ecosystem.
holding it there, and I took it out of auto heading and spun it till I got it where I want it without moving the camera.
Yeah, gorgeous.
We're all hanging out at the bar.
All hanging out at the bar.
Yeah. Hey, let's all meet up at the second coral on the left there.
Yeah.
I could sit here and watch this all day.
Yeah.
Except Argus never stops.
We got 6
nice
minutes.
And slow. Zoom out, Steve. Yeah, nice and slow.
It's also a beautiful anemone,
overview
that
shot
one
there
in
real
there.
quick, and then
fantastic.
That's good. Hold it there.
If we could get a couple stills with the lasers off too, if we get a chance.
Yeah.
I know
Go
we're
ahead,
moving.
Gabby. Kill the lasers.
Thank you.
Hold still, Herc. Sorry.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Herc balancing on some marble there. I don't know what. Should be a still there. Let me know if you got it.
Fantastic.
All right.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I got lots of shots. Thank you.
And
Awesome.
away we go.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah.
Let's watch us off
Trying
to
to
a
keep
fast
finding
start.
cool stuff to look at. So when we're in the box, technically in the box, then Herc is in the Argus view. That's what I call in the box. That box.
Beautiful shot.
That box. Monitor number 1 box.
Nice and close. Or is it a zoom on Argus?
That's not a zoom.
Are we really pitched up that much? Wow. North.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Northwest.
Northwest, sorry. I get those two messed up all the time.
Yeah.
This way.
Northwest.
Yeah, you want to bring
Getting pretty murky.
bring your heading around to the proper.
Bridge nav.
If it is
315.
tidal, you're going to have these periods of
Yeah.
stronger
should-
current.
yeah,
50 meters.
I thought we
bearing
would get out of it. It was a plume.
Well, do me one more
330.
favor and put that
Speed
down there.
0.2 knots.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. You can hopefully keep it moving for. Are you calling those in before he stops? Sorry, Kate.
Not in this instance. We had been stopped for a bit while you guys were looking at the coral and doing your zooms. I just called a move in.
So I'm going to assume the vessel's moving unless I ask for it to stop.
All right.
Yeah, if we see something extraordinary, we will certainly stop and dwell and sample, etc. Like rocks.
Like rocks. Look at, they're all round.
Angular rocks.
Rocks trying to do me dirty.
Are those all manganese nodules?
Yeah.
Next to the pillows?
Yeah, all those little things should be, yeah, manganese nodules that are
All mixed in.
all mixed in, yeah.
Which way do I need to go for radical terrain?
Yeah, I can't see anything in the Argus view, so you see all those pillow basalts, a wall of pillow basalts right in front of us, so extrusive lavas that cooled underwater. We don't see many fractures, if any fractures in those.
Yeah. Okay.
So the targets of interest for future seabed mining would be manganese nodules. Those will likely be the first to be exploited. The ferromanganese crusts that we see on Cretaceous era seamounts like these. And then the chimneys of hydrothermal vents.
Can we go down and look at those angular rocks right there in front of us, or are we moving too fast to clip?
No, we're actually at less than 1 turtle per minute.
All right. That turtle's doing us right. Okay. So I can't tell if you...
Zoom in, Steve. Laser zoom, please. If we had the lasers on.
Yep.
Andrea, if you want something, I am so ready.
Okay. I am looking. Up.
That one off to the left.
Okay. It could be, so let's, if we can kind of scour back and forth and see if any of our eyes can find some angular rocks.
Yeah, hold the laser zoom there, Steve.
Or this guy.
Oh yeah, that guy looks kind of angular. In there, do we see anything angular in there that doesn't look attached? Or even over here?
Poke around in there, Gabby.
Okay.
Up to the left there. Yeah.
That guy looks pretty good.
2 candidates.
So just to clarify what you were
Steve,
saying
can you go
about,
wide, please?
about mining, though we're not.
No, zoom back in.
I just needed to see the arm for a second.
So yes, we are not mining.
Yeah, and we're not, there won't be mining in
button
this
I want
area.
No.
Where is it?
No,
Bridge nav.
there never will be. This
What
is
number is it, Gabby?
What number is what?
The manipulator view.
Come to an all stop, please.
These are none of them attached, it looks like.
You can keep
Okay.
moving, Kate.
We can?
Yes.
And what is the biggest one that
nav.
is within reach that is most angular and not attached?
Probably
Maybe
that
this
So
one.
that we can
right
keep
here?
marching forward.
Yeah.
So 50 meters, bearing 330.
Andrea,
I can't hear. I say again?
Thank you.
here?
No, I think that one's too small. What do you see below that? Right, and
Stand by.
what about these guys? Any of those attached? Unattached is the real question.
Unattached.
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 Do that guy.
Okay.
That one you just nudged. Yeah.
So I just set that preset 6 for you.
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
And if you can do a squeeze test on him after you get him in your grip. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Can you do a turn on him?
Trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Victory roll. This going in the starboard box, is it?
That's correct.
Yeah, I think if we could fit him in a small one, that would be best. And I think that
We can.
D is taken. I don't know which other one is taken.
A,
Okay.
or the forwardmost.
Okay, so
A is empty, B is taken.
Okay.
B and C are available. Because A was the manganese nodules.
we're confirming that B and C are available.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the forward box as well.
Yeah.
On the starboard box, B, C, E, and F are open for rocks.
Right, and we'll use the smaller ones if
You
possible.
need the sample salvo there?
Um,
I'll give it to you.
yeah, thanks. So, okay, so where am I putting this?
B or C if it'll fit. Bravo or Charlie.
Roger. Which one's B?
The second one
one.
in.
Okay.
So while we're stowing this sample, can you explain why you ask them to squeeze the rock? Are we just giving it a little squeeze before you pick it up?
Oh, good job,
That was
Gabby.
a full squeeze,
Yay.
Yeah, that was at full grip force.
Full grip force. So we use the grip force as an indicator of the, as a proxy for the potential alteration of the rock. What we want for dating processes in geochemistry, geochemical analysis, is a
This
crystalline
one's your
rock
friend, Gabby.
that still reflects its
preset
original
5
chemistry.
Or
Okay.
preset
And
6.
the
I was actually
isotopic
watching it in
ingrowth.
Argus like, you told me.
That
So
works too.
when we pinch it, and if it doesn't crumble, we say, okay, it's still hard enough. When we pinch it with a full grip force, that it indicates that it may not have been heavily altered. So that's a little test we like to do if we can.
All right.
I think now we're also looking for another one for Beth. Is that correct, in the front bio box?
Correct, and we'll
Okay.
get a Niskin at that time as well.
Okay.
Okay, that was great timing, Andrea. That worked well.
Okay, fantastic.
Dan, pretty good timing
Yeah,
wise?
yeah.
Okay, preset 1.
So I
yes.
think, yeah, I think we can cover some territory and try to find some populations of some,
That we are.
yeah, denser populations.
Full
so-
turtle speed at the moment.
Yeah, full turtle speed.
And
It's
that,
no, it's a turtle and a half right now.
Turtle and a
that
half.
would be the end of the leash. Come down a bit on Argus.
Yeah, sure.
Drop down 5.
What is that white thing?
Yeah.
Is that a
Sediment.
downed sponge right in front of us?
It's a sediment.
Oh, it's sediment.
Trying to get there. Trying to get there. Waiting on the turtle.
Little pocket of sediment.
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm always the hare.
So yes, to get back to that seabed mining comment, you're right. Monuments protected from any extraction activities like that. And seabed mining is not going on at present, but there is a 2-year clock that's running for the International Seabed Authority to develop the regulations.
So on this expedition, we are here in Papahonomokuakea Marine Sanctuary, west of Hawaii, doing numerous dives
Come
on
down
these
another 5, Gabby.
extinct volcanic seamounts, doing various biological and geological sampling and observation to try to learn more about this
I'm
unexplored
definitely
region.
upslope of you.
What?
And also that's one of the really important reasons why we're out here and doing inventory of the diversity and populations of organisms so that we can seek to protect the areas that have unique biology. And
which is really unlike me to ask. I usually like it zoomed in.
So these coral communities are really important to document.
On a bigger picture?
Yeah, so we're headed up the hill
before
to the
mining
left,
takes place.
What are we doing?
In
yeah,
any of these regions.
That's the direction we're heading.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Back row, do you mind if we speed up? Looks like we got a fairly flat spot here for the next 3 or 4 ship lengths.
Yeah, I say that we speed up unless we see some biodiversity. But yeah, we could cover some territory, try to get up elevation because we're not seeing that much diversity here.
Yeah,
but it could be a function of the the currents.
We got a flat spot here. Let's kick them up to 0.5.
Bridge, nav.
Full turtle speed.
Right, these coral and sponge ecosystems are considered vulnerable marine ecosystems.
Can
vulnerable.
we move
What's that?
50 meters,
Yeah.
bearing 350 at 0.5 knots.
Vulnerable to damage from trawling, but they would be vulnerable to the plumes, sediment plumes created by any disturbance of the
Speed
seafloor.
0.5 knots.
You don't want a core sample on this micro sediment?
I don't think so.
Roger. Zoom in for a second there, Steve, while we're waiting on the turtle. That's good. It's like someone was trying to seal a leak in the rock there with some tar.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
No.
Zoom in a bit more, Steve.
What? It looks glassy, like.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
That's the way the lava hardened.
Well, as old as these seamounts should be,
You shouldn't see that.
you shouldn't really see that. I don't know what it, you know what it is, I think? It's erosion.
Can we
It's
poke
these sediments that are here,
Scrubbing
yeah,
it.
abrading away at the edge. So
Wow.
you're having the currents probably pick up and whirl those
I was joking.
grains around.
Interesting.
Yeah, actually, now I'm remembering I did see that in a past dive in 2018.
Okay, zoom out, Steve.
Wow.
So it's a polished surface.
We got some serious currents down here.
Yeah, serious currents.
So what Andrea noticed at the beginning of the dive were sand ripples that were very symmetrical. And you want to go into some detail on that?
Yeah, so usually when we see sand ripples in a sedimentation, it's a structure in sediment structure that is associated with waves moving back and forth. So if we see symmetrical ripples that we call wave ripples, they are indicative of a shallow water area that where waves are breaking and moving back and forth. And so when we use sedimentation and stratigraphy to reconstruct environments of the past, we look for those types of structures and forms of patterns in the sedimentation.
Okay.
But I saw them at about, I would say, 3,000 meters as we were approaching the base of the seamount. I saw the very characteristic wave ripples, which were that looked to be symmetrical and also had a bifurcation of the crest tops, which is the characteristics of wave ripples that you see at a seashore. So I said, uh-oh, those aren't supposed to be there. And luckily to my right, I had somebody who specialized in deep sea waves.
So you get these internal waves generated by the tide. As these weak tidal currents, they encounter steep bathymetry like this, and they'll create internal waves or internal tides.
And so we're seeing the actual physical characteristics of those tides working on the sediment at 3,000 meters depth. So That might be a little publication we get out for this dive. Deep sea symmetrical wave ripples.
Yeah. So there was a huge study back in 2015, the Hawaiian Ocean Mixing Experiment, that documented
Is that a
Nav.
shrimp?
the nice color there.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice color.
That documented huge internal
100 meters, bearing 355.
internal
Same
waves
speed, 0.5 knots.
generated at the Hawaiian Ridge.
Thank you.
With these features, you can just imagine these as pillow lavas erupting and bubbling under the water and then cracking as you see the images of them in the current Hawaiian Islands when we have volcanic activity underwater.
Zoom in there, Steve. I know it's boring, but we're waiting for the turtle.
That's beautiful. Is
Why
that
is
a
there no light
crinoid?
there?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, crinoid.
it's hanging out. They're beautiful swimmers. They're amazing swimmers.
Yeah. When they take off, it's rather crazy.
They're very otherworldly when they swim.
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
I saw some fossilized crinoids from Kansas
Wow.
Wow.
at the LA Museum of Natural History.
Control shift colon. You gotta really smash the keyboard to make it work. There you go. Total geek clacky keyboard. Super clacky.
We see a lot of those manganese nodules there, a field of them below us.
Yeah,
Just been rebuilt.
so many. Didn't see any at the Seamount A, at our first dive site.
So our first dive was yesterday. This is our second dive of this expedition.
Want any more of these guys? There's tons of them here.
No, I think we're good. I think our manganese specialist is going to be happy, but these manganese nodules can take on the order of millions of years to form just this large. And people study the chemistry from the inside of them to the outside of them, and they get a time series of that changing chemistry on hundreds of thousands to millions of years. So each of those is its own little concentric precipitate where things are accreting around the edges, and it's growing in size.
They seemed quite loose when we sampled them earlier, but did they ever form together into like a complete crust or mass?
I don't, well, you see that the manganese crust also covers the rocks around the area, but these nodules are usually, yeah, they stay in their form. You even see them in the sediment record as nodules like this. And I guess it's probably because they have those nucleation sites all around them, right? That is the preference for the chemistry to precipitate.
Kind of like how a pearl forms.
Exactly.
There has to be something to get it started.
Yep.
Like a shark's tooth.
Like a shark's tooth.
You got a shark tooth on the mind today. You know something that we don't about what we're going to see, or?
No, I really do believe that I saw that as an example of what they will form around.
Oh. Yeah, I think they'll all it takes is one small nucleation site, and they're off and running.
I think the reason I have that on my mind is what we saw behind Nautilus yesterday. As we were recovering Herc, we had what was most likely an oceanic white-tip shark hanging out back there. a pretty good incentive to watch your step.
Pretty good incentive to watch all of the various cameras that we're looking at here in the control van as well. Those of you watching at home can see up to 4 views on our quad view on nautiluslive.org, but here in the control van, our pilots have access to many different views, both around the ship, off the sides of the ship, and of course, all the Herc and Argus
Come down
cams.
5 for me, guy.
Sure thing.
That's right, you spotted that from inside the van, yeah. Well, it was out there.
Okay, Steve.
Did anybody else see it?
Yeah, Mark saw it.
Oh, see?
Oh.
I wasn't seeing things.
Anatella saw it too.
Oh.
We thought we were the only ones who saw it
Okay.
on the camera
Little
here.
more. Little more. That's good.
Oh, look at that.
It is a probably a sponge stock,
Yeah, it looks like a sponge stock.
still giving.
Yep.
Okay.
But they're, yeah, the oceanic white tip is noticeable from its big pectoral fins.
So zippy.
Oh, so that's what we noticed.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just zipped.
saw 'em out
We
there.
didn't know,
And
yeah.
what?
You were zipping. You were so zippy.
More nodules. Look
no
at
more
all
turtle
those.
paste.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're moving it. The ship's moving at 0.5 now, so trying to find a cliff.
Andrea, does it tell you anything about the kind of eruption environment or composition based on like the pillows being more individualized versus more sheet-like, or like more small pillows versus large?
So sheet-like flows and pillow flows
Bridge.
on
Can
the
you
in the
make Argus
terrestrial
heading
environment.
162?
Sheet flows or flows do tell you something
162?
about the viscosity.
Wait a minute. The ship stopped again.
That can also happen
underwater. More north.
but you have more variables
knots.
involved.
Thank you.
You can call those in before he, before that one gets to 0, and he'll dial them in, so that way his speed doesn't go from 0.4 to 0.
Oh yeah, I just called one in. I've been trying to do like 15 meters before we hit the
Yeah.
spot.
Oh, you're watching that one, are
Yeah,
you?
yep, right here.
Awesome. So I am not. I
No
watched
worries.
this one.
Oh yeah, that's actually good to know. Also, by the way, if that display goes down, we gotta wake up Justin.
It what?
If the Scrifana display goes down, we're waking up Justin.
Roger.
Had a little bit of a worry about it.
Grafana never goes down. It's a rock.
Famous last words.
So Kate, good job to the nav team for getting us up here to our second dive site a little bit early and hitting all those seamount summits on the way.
Oh, we arrived early. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Nav, we want cliffs. We want big cliffs with lots of corals and super easy to grab rocks.
I think I obtained the ability while I was sleeping to change slopes. So yeah, I'll make that happen.
Fantastic. I think Emma wants
Nav,
to
what's
see
our
some
current-
shark teeth too,
Yeah.
if you can.
342.
So the name of this seamount, I'm going to give it my best. I think
348.
it's
Oh, nice. Okay.
Ha'eo. Ha'eo
Correct.
seamount.
Okay, Dan, I'm going to bring Argus heading more towards that.
Roger. I was trying to work that out, but he was stopped at that time.
Oh, got it. Yeah,
I
'cause it's
listened
this
to
course.
That's why I was
Kalama who
confused.
pronounced
Yep.
that at the beginning of his
Oh,
watch.
that's
So
when you asked for
Okay.
167 or
you
something.
nailed it.
Yeah, I was completely.
We are very
I'm tracking
fortunate on
now.
this expedition
Gotcha.
to have representatives from Papahānaumokuākea Marine Sanctuary, as well as the Cultural Working Group. They work together with NOAA to manage this protected area.
Sure,
And we
you
have-
don't want a core sample. Now would be the time.
We have folks on board helping us understand the significance of this area. to their culture. That's why you will hear us go radio silent to do various ceremonial preparedness and closing out the dives.
And it was just announced today that the process has begun to discuss the possible conversion of the National Marine Monument to a National Marine Sanctuary, which would provide more protection, additional, not increasing the restrictions, but just firming them up.
Yeah, kind of adding an extra layer of the same protections. There's a little sponge.
Yep. Hanging out among the nodules.
The nodules really ring.
Zoom in a bit there, Steve. So you see it in bubble there, Gabby?
Yeah, I do.
And what I did was just erect back with the Zeus instead of tilting.
Oh.
Zoom a bit more.
Oh, you were able to center it up better just by extend and retract as opposed to...
Yeah, it's...
Just because it's smoother.
So the Zeus is tilted down as much as it can be without seeing the porch.
Right.
But we still don't have a lot of light there.
I know, I added the porch light just now and it didn't...
If you turn the porch light off and Steve does his magic on the camera, it will appear as if there's more light.
Steve, do magic things with the camera.
Are we ready?
I think Chris will love to see this sponge.
For magic things, yes. Always ready for magic.
Okay, I don't know how to make this sponge look any different. But,
Come on, it's so charismatic.
You can only do so much with a sponge.
Okay, you can zoom out. Off we go.
This sponge does look very different than the other ones that we've been seeing. It has less texture.
Yeah.
I was teasing Steve there because the sponges are hard, especially with a white background. So he's trying not to blow out the...
They needed a glam squad.
yeah, I need the makeup department.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Steve, that was super real. I liked that.
See, these are some angular
Yeah,
rocks
look
in
at that
here. Maybe,
one.
yeah, can we, what
Whoa.
do we see? How big are these guys?
Lasers will
Let's
Right.
see.
15 centimeters.
help you out there. Grab that rock right there, Gabby.
Grab that rock there.
I want him pushing her out.
Yeah, that looks like a
Roger
beaut.
that.
I didn't get a pre-sample shot there. You all right with that?
Yeah. Let's see, we think, how big do we think he is? Where's the, I can't
10
find my
10
lasers.
ce-
Oh,
10
there they are.
centimeters.
See ya.
We can grab the one that the lasers are on if you want.
Yeah, I think the one closer to us looks a little more angular. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pick it
Yeah.
up. We'll see.
it looks a little bit bigger too, the closer one.
Which
Yeah.
one do you guys want?
The
That one
closest
that's
one?
right under the bumper there.
Yeah, right at the bumper.
Oh, bumper, roger.
Zoom in a bit, Steve. Make Gabby's job harder.
Thanks. Yes, please. That's better on the light there.
Good eye. Good eye on those angular rocks.
Yeah. They shout out at me. I might tell you a secret.
If you squeeze me enough, I might tell you
Yeah,
a
let's
secret.
squeeze him, see what he does.
Oh,
Drop it.
that looks
Okay. Put it right in the eye. Stab the Zeus with it.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, I think now you got the full pressure on him, Gabby?
great. Yes.
Oh, he has a brittle star.
brittle star passenger.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Ow, my
Okay.
arm. Ow, ow, you're pinching me.
Oh, no. I think those are replaceable, actually.
Okay, yeah, I think we could put him, if he fits in a small starboard box again.
Okay.
Roger.
C is open.
C
Charlie.
is
Open,
open.
roger that.
Well, this is dizzying.
You all right multitasking there?
Yep, I think so.
I can,
I can,
I'll bring your other camera up there.
yeah. I
Ding,
might
ding,
be
ding.
able to do this without sample salvo if you need the HD.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Just zooming along here at light speed.
I can take care of the box, too.
Wrong way. Let's go this way.
I think that might have been record sampling time there from From seeing it to
Yeah.
grabbing it. Good job.
Wondering why we have all of these
Ooh,
more angular
there's
rocks.
a big
Oh, what
sea
is
star.
that? Sea star.
Bridge nav.
Yeah.
Need me to open the box? Or?
Nope. I'm just checking
Can
on
we move
Argus and
It's all right.
making sure
I
everything's
can
okay.
open the box for it.
Speed 0.5
Okay,
knots, bearing
cool.
350. Thank you.
So we had mapping of this seamount from previous work. So we were able to arrive here on site and start diving right away. We are moving up this ridge that has had some very interesting pillow basalt features, and then large fields of these manganese nodules.
Nav, can you zoom out on HYPACK just a bit? We must be at the base of a very steep
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We got so
area.
much.
Hold on.
These just tumbled down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yay, good
Wow.
job.
Hey, Gabby.
Hopefully a wall coming here.
Yep, we are.
Okay.
That's pretty steep looking.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it in the sonar.
So the contours are at 10 meters to give you a little bit of an idea.
And it could be a wall of death, or it could just be a bunch of more flat.
Bunch of what?
Just, it's hard to tell. I think
Yeah,
that
the manganese nodules have been lighting up that whole screen.
seems to be
That's-
flat to me. Otherwise, the
that's-
mesotech would be a red for a wall. No cliff for you yet. Just boring, flat.
Yeah, it's definitely looked like that since we got to these like all these little rocks. Every single rock throws sound back at us.
Yeah, I mean, on the broader scale, we're in sort of a valley between.
Yeah, I could run off one way and see if it's, if I could find a wall.
Yeah, I was going to suggest maybe heading to the east a little bit.
Right
A
turn,
little
Clyde.
steeper.
See what we get out there.
So why are we
Okay.
charting a course on the ridge? Why is that an area that we're interested in as opposed to other parts of this seamount?
Bring Argus head to 090.
Yeah.
So the ridge is going to
Roger
be
that.
favorable for stronger currents, which makes it more favorable for filter feeders. So that's where you'll be finding your corals and sponges.
Thanks, that was a question from a viewer, so.
All right.
That's a tug on me.
What's that?
You're tugging on me.
Yeah, if you make your head 090, am I tugging you there?
Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, I went too far.
You've gone too far this time.
We'd have to step the ship. I see nothing on the sonar. It's a big valley.
I can stop the ship now and make a move more east, or we can finish this move. We've got another 70 meters.
Let's move him east.
All right. Bridge now.
You guys all right with that back there?
Yes.
Can we move 30 meters bearing 030?
Let's try it. Give him 50. Get him going.
It's tumbling down the ridge.
Excuse me, 50 meters,
Yeah.
bearing 030.
From north, yeah.
Thank you.
I can see farther than that in the sonar, Kate. There's
All right.
nothing interesting there. No red wall. No red wall of death. That's what I'm looking for.
What's the interval there on your sonar?
5 meters.
Got it.
And the one on the right on Herc is 50.
Nada.
Nothing out there.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Or somebody spilled a load of rocks.
Yeah,
A
somebody
ship.
just
Yeah.
said, hey, this is a great place to dump this giant load of rocks.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was what their initial guess was with these clams that they saw at the hydrothermal vent site that was eventually named Clambake. They thought somebody had a little party on their boat, threw these clam shells over the side. And it was later that they discovered the hydrothermal vents at Galapagos. But Scripps had towed a camera system over those clams.
Yeah.
Let's bump his speed up to 1 knot.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Bridge, nav.
Almost as fast as
Can we
my
increase
old
our
grandma
speed
can
to
make it
1
across
knot?
the deck in her locker.
Thank you.
So spicy.
We're pushing 5 turtles.
Totally. Drop Argus down just a bit for me. Got 2 meters there.
Roger.
So we're feeling some currents down here?
No, I'm just impatient, so I'm out at the end of the tether on Argus,
Oh.
and
There's a,
Yep.
there's a coral.
pulling Argus around. It's gonna take a while for that move to make any effect, so.
What is the length of this tether? 35?
30 meters.
30.
Tether's right at 30 meters, but because we spin Argus, we lose the length of Argus.
Oh, right.
So because it comes out the back of Argus and then comes underneath and then does a nice little catenary, as my European friends say. And
Bridge, nav.
come up, Gabby, come
Move
up, come up,
100
come up.
meters, bearing 045, 1 knot.
So Chris,
Exactly,
our
thank you.
lead scientist, Chris Kelly, was saying we don't see many fish on rocky substrates like this. They prefer a sediment covered.
Did Trevor move one of those lights? He must have.
One of what?
I don't see, we're missing a headlight. What's up with that? Sneaky. Oh,
But we did see a unusual member of the cuskeel family that remains unidentified today.
Oh, fantastic.
At our first dive.
Yeah, today, yesterday.
Right, Blur's Day.
Who can say what day that was?
okay, you're good there. Back in double digits.
Blur's Day?
Blur's Day, yes.
6 meters, I think that's my new record.
For height of Argus off the deck.
Yeah.
Burning rubber.
We're moving fast.
Feels like we're not going anywhere.
I know.
See this nice sheet flow here.
Yeah.
This might be a place where we could find the type of rock that Beth likes, which would be a more altered rock with a crust. Kind of like that one right in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can put him back down to 0.5 now. If he's not already, looks like he is.
Yeah. Bridge, nav.
Are you able to back up, Herc?
Sorry, what do you want?
Reduce our speed.
Are you able to back up and
0.5
take a look at that, there's a rock you just drove over.
Did not copy, say again.
Let's see.
Thank
Maybe
you.
that was,
We're going to get out our little drawing instrument here.
yeah.
Get ready.
Is that?
Thinking we might find something that's crumbly here.
Yeah, we're looking for something that's
Poke it,
Something
Gabby.
down there.
a
maybe.
little smaller
What's that?
and more
Poke it.
crumbly.
Poke it?
There,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm still trying to keep up with
Yeah, I'll do Argus.
Because we're swinging upslope pretty fast.
Yeah, we are.
Can you give me a little indicator as to where I'm poking here?
Throw there.
Somewhere in that picture.
Can you see that, Gabby?
Nope.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We want to see if any of these guys are crumbly here.
No, not crumbly. Very solid.
Grab one, pick one up.
Give it a
Yeah, can you?
squeeze.
Yeah.
Can you,
You got
run
about
8
5
meters?
seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
All right.
And we're off.
Okay. Missed my chance.
That's all right. So you kind of know what we're looking at if we get in a good spot. We want to see something that looks like it's altered and then give it a little squish test, see if it's a little bit crumbly, and get something like that for Beth's study.
Okay, stop coming up. Pulling me.
We have several scientists on this expedition, and lest you think that all geologists are the same, we have one looking for squishy rocks and one looking for non-squishy rocks.
You can leave the minute out there. We're going to use it again.
It's the marine microbiologist looking for the squishy ones.
It's the interplay of how the rocks are altered by the microbes, correct?
Yeah, the microbes play a role in the alteration or the recrystallization of the rock from its original form. And so that's an indicator to her that they might
Ship
have life
going
in
north
them.
again, Kate?
Sorry, yeah, we can make that north move.
I'm going to halt the
Stop
ship
it.
moves while we're
I can't.
in this
I need
area.
to get around.
What's that?
Consider halting the ship moves while we're here to slow down.
We did a step to the north or to the east, but we never found a cliff, so we found these. Yeah. It's not steep. So we're moving north again.
Bridge, nah.
So are you wanting to move more to the east?
No, just thinking to if we
Okay,
could.
Gabby, you can come up.
Stand by.
We've been doing these 0.5 knots, right? Maybe it's time to go back down to maybe 0.2 so that we can have a little more time.
Roger.
All right.
Yeah, we just did 0.5. We're trying to get across the flat out of the valley there.
Okay.
But
What do you think, Andrew?
We move 100 meters, bearing.
Keep trucking or?
Yeah, I think we just keep
5,
trucking until we see something that
0.5.
looks. I mean, we're really on the hunt for some biology right now. If we can get any communities here, but in between, if we do see a rock that looks interesting, so we know now, I'll know what we're looking for. I'm cultivating a group of rock hounds in this shift. That would be that angular rock, you know, with the crystalline rock, or one of those that looks rounded, a little smaller, and might be squishy.
yeah,
So.
sorry, we would have had more time there. That was my bad. I was
right.
not stretched out in the Argus course over ground. That was way off to the east there, so we didn't get as much time as we normally would.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no worries.
You want to make Argus's heading 015, please?
Was that a little octopus floated by?
Where? I was looking at
Looks like a
instrument.
shrimp to me.
Was he a shrimp? I couldn't tell. It was I think he's to the right, but he's probably gone now. He's like, I'm out of here. Well, it looks like we got one bamboo. Is that a bamboo? No, it's a sponge.
Sponge.
Yeah.
Wow, it's got quite a compliment there.
Wow. Hanging on for dear
Hey,
life.
Steve.
And all the ones below that are still looking for a spot.
And that is obviously a food source associated with that. What it is... I mean, is it a place for other organisms, microorganisms to colonize, or is it actually feeding off of what is left of the sponge?
Or they're just trying to get up off the bottom so that they can snatch food out of the water column.
Because there's 3 in a row down at the base of it,
Yeah.
and they all seem to be maybe in the path of debris flow, so...
Herc is not wanting to hold still. Okay, off we go.
See the guys on the rocks?
Yeah.
They're all in line with it, the same orientation.
Yeah, I'm pulling on you pretty hard there, Dan. You want to head upslope, so to my port?
Yeah, Reg.
So we've got folks joining us watching the live stream.
Get back in the box here.
From all over the world, and I'm not sure where this question came from, but we're being asked if there's a benefit to doing these dives at night. It is middle of the night here, local in Hawaii, but we are far below the surface where no light's
What is that right in front of us?
Oh yeah, what was that?
Oh, I think we passed it. Can we back up a little bit? There was something right on the floor to the
I
right.
can see it in that camera, right below Herc.
Right there.
There, what is that?
It's just a brittle star on a rock, but the rock is
The
different.
rock is...
Yeah, something is
Zoom
weird.
in, Steve.
Cleaned.
Kim, the answer to that question is it's always night down here.
It's always a night in the deep ocean.
What on earth is that doing there?
Huh.
Oh, he's waving to us.
Hello.
That's, I haven't seen that color.
No, that rock doesn't look like it belongs there, does it?
How did you get there?
I don't know.
It's a meteorite.
It's
Zoom out.
also so oddly shaped.
Yeah.
Somebody must have been having a clam bake and threw it over the side. Certainly stands out, doesn't it?
Coconut.
Yeah, it was a coconut.
We've been making 0.5 moves.
Yeah, let's back him down to 0.2. We're starting to
Copy.
come up the slope here a bit.
Bridge next. Can we reduce our speed to 0.2 knots?
Tilt down, Gabby. Use your other hand.
I guess the advantage of doing this at night is that you get the 12 to 4 watch.
That's right, the 12 to 4 watch, clearly. The finest in Nautilus watches.
We need a watch name. What is our name? Not just the 12 to 4, but what is a mascot for the 12 to 4?
Previously, it's been the giggle shift. So.
Okay.
The giggle shift?
Yeah.
Oh.
Giggle fit.
This is a 24-hour-a-day operation, though. We dive when we arrive and are ready to dive, and we change shifts every 4 hours to give everybody a chance to rest and eat. But I think the longest that Herc has stayed down is what, about 3 days, right? Was the longest dive. We haven't done anything approaching that on this expedition yet.
It's been down a lot longer than 3 days.
Straight? Really?
Is that, attached to the wire or not?
There's some angular rocks in here.
No.
I got it.
Too soon, Dan, too soon.
Too soon.
It's definitely not too soon now.
Let's see here.
Oh, there's see, it looks like there's a lot of dead sponges around here,
tilt
and
up a
that
bit.
one's occupied by a whole bunch of brittle stars as well.
Yeah.
Bridge now.
Get predated.
Tilt up a
Yeah.
bit more so we can see up above us.
Can we
So,
move
let me know if
100
this is...
meters, bearing 350?
Okay, come on, stop there, Kate.
Cancel, I'll stop.
Maybe I'm silly, but could that out-of-place rock have been a meteorite by any chance?
Can we come all stop?
I don't know. I don't know what a meteorite would look like
Nor do
under
I.
the under the ocean. But yes, meteorites are always falling.
It's a thought, but it's so intact.
Yeah, it's very intact. It didn't look like it was shattered, but definitely meteorites are always falling. As a matter of fact, you can. There are people who go to Antarctica just to hunt meteorites because you can see them on the ice and snow. So they take out snowmobiles just to hunt meteorites so they can study them.
Wow.
Because they tell us about the chemistry of the rest of the solar system.
Cool.
So I was actually wondering if that could have been ballast of some sort. And you were kind of joking when you said someone lost it off the side of their boat, but I have seen pictures of things shaped like that that had cords tied around them, used as anchors or ballast.
Yeah, that would be another thing, yeah. It definitely didn't look like it belonged, that's for sure.
Yeah, which of these things is not like the others?
Right.
So we have a bit of a cliff here to the, funny enough, 315-ish is uphill at the moment, which doesn't quite jive with our bathymetry map, but
315.
yeah, I'm looking, Herc and Argus are looking 315, which is uphill at the moment.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. We're on the side of the ridge.
Yeah. Which way would you like to go?
Want to get back on top of the ridge, or?
Yeah, let's try to go back. Let's see if what we see when we get back on top of it. Let's go to the crest and see if there's any current flow creating anything at the crest.
Exactly what I was thinking.
All right.
Yeah, so like a 300 or something like that.
A 300.
What do you think?
Sure.
Yep.
Let's let Argus swing for a minute before
Yeah.
we run off and make a move.
This would be an amazing time to find a rock that you wanted.
Well, let's look.
This is
Come up a bit.
actually easier for you here.
One or the other.
I am looking up currently,
Oh.
and then I will come up, but I
Back
will
there.
probably pull on you when I do.
Just trying to get a
Okay, so if we can find an altered rounded rock.
local bathy kind of.
Go in here.
Emil's just circled some that look like they might be targets.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has
Dealer's
to
choice
not be
step
attached.
at 315, please.
You got it. Great
315?
stuff.
Now these ones look all attached, but
Yeah.
Let's do, what do you like to do, Kate? 30, 50, something like that?
Can we move 50 meters, bearing 315.2 knots? Thank you.
All attached.
Can you remind me what you mean by altered?
altered is basically recrystallized. So an altered rock is a rock that doesn't have the same crystallinity as it did when it originally cooled, and usually that recrystallization happens and it allows for more organisms, or it could be that the recrystallization is a function of the organisms, but it's a rock that Beth prefers because it'll have more organisms in it. Well, that sure is pretty. That looks like the same species before that we didn't know the name of.
Bring your head to the left a little, Cameron,
Sure.
so I can see how.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm just going to keep saying Chrysogorgia, and then the odds are I'm going to nail it sooner
You're
or later.
going to nail it, yeah.
Make that 20 for me.
Pardon?
Can you zoom in so that's 20? It gives me, I use that as a...
And the Argus
Distance
view
marker?
also has a
then I know
wonderful
if
image.
tug it on Gabby or not. Thanks.
Got it.
So we're perched on a cliff face to look at this beautiful coral and its beautiful polyps all aligned in relationship to the current. And then you can look and see the Argus view, how hard we have to work to see this beautiful creature